You've taken quite the load off our shoulders. What can we do for you?
Who are you?
That would be Major Quill to you lads. I oversee the distribution of supplies here in Sochraina City.
What's the situation?
Busy. Overburdened is a good place to start, and things are only getting more complicated with a number of civilians across Ronograd seeking refuge in Sochraina.
Why are they fleeing here?
You'll find the ILF has quite the habit of separating capable individuals from their families to boost numbers, and their newfound friends have certainly upped the ante. Not to mention our foothold in Sochraina City isn't exactly the best kept secret. Once rumors spread about our arrival, people started moving.
But overburdened? Why?
Well, let's just say that command severely underestimated the manpower needed to sustain a multinational task force, let alone the civilians we're now supporting. Believe me when I say you special ops aren't the only ones missing lunch. It's all hands on deck for us logistics folk.
Need any help around here?
You're just in time. My men just finished preparing a crate of water supplies for one of the forward deployed teams. Can you bring it to them? Thanks for the help. It really does take the pressure off at times.
Who are you?
Lieutenant Graham. Probably heard it once or twice, I'm sure. Just call me Nate and drop the rest. Better for both of us. Special Reconnaissance. Otherwise known as, Tactical Weatherman.
What is all this stuff for?
Data collection, my friend. Radar package, balloons, and that weird bundle of antennas to send and receive. All in the name of tactical meteorology.
So, forecasting?
Hey now, don't knock it just yet. Might surprise you, but this stuff can be a pretty big make or break when it comes to mission planning. See, the weather can do some nasty things to aircraft performance. So naturally, these are factors to consider when deciding LZs, for example. Helps in the field too. Rain gear, maintenance, the works. Factor in Ronograd's volatile conditions, and you'll be reading Fragos like they were going out of style.
That's a lot of hardware. Looks fragile.
Some more than others. These puppies like to break down more than they should. So that's fun. Helps offset the boring parts of the job, like clear skies.
So, how often do you get clear skies?
Heh, you'll figure it out after some time in country. Ronograd throws a curveball at us every now and then. The big questions are what and when.
All's well that ends well, I guess.
Yeah. Inclement weather lifts the spirits. Ironically, you could say it makes us feel relevant for once, but I'm sure it wouldn't be too much to ask for some more storms here and there.
Goodbye.
Good evening, and thanks for the help. It really does take the pressure off at times.
Got anything for me to do?
Yep. Surveillance report of a group of vehicles registering weapons departing to the southeast from power plant. I need someone to get eyes on and figure out what is so important.
The otter smile and wave when you come by. What can I do for you?
Who are you?
Petro, I used to fight for the unmarked Liberation Front, but no longer. I was a lieutenant, high up once. When the red men arrived there, even more fighting and even more dying. I disagree and leave home before all of you come.
Is this your family?
Yes, my son and daughter, some friends from home. But it does not matter, we are family. The Red Men and Liberation Front do not care for unmarked. No concept of family, if you can fight you will. Hard to live for life.
Red men?
Call themselves patriots of democracy, but is a lie. No democracy. Worse, more brutal than Liberation Front, and we know almost nothing of them. They wear uniforms they offered. Very clever and good equipment. Liberation Front. No chance.
Liberation Front? You mean the RLF?
Yes, correct. Freedom fighters long ago. Me and my brothers did as well for unmarked. But later, change. They start to control food and then people. No different from old government. New weapons from red men, they take control very fast. You either join or they get rid of you.
Is there anything I can help you with?
I remember a small camp. I stay there with other officers. Maybe there is information you can find there. Goodbye.
Whoa. Strong NPC.
My friend, it is good to see you. What brings you down here?
Who are you?
Sergeant Leo Fedorov, and this is my team. Civil Affairs, Ground Forces of Russia. My unit is here to make and keep a strong bond with the people of Ronograd.
What are you doing?
My men are discussing matters with a group of elders.
Why are you talking to these people?
There is more to this struggle than just battling the PODs. Civil affairs operations are vital in gaining support for combat operations. The approval and assistance of the people is essential, and so we strive to maintain a healthy relationship with them. The citizens know things that we do not. Some have valuable information about the enemy's capabilities, either by observation or first-hand experience.
Aren't there even more important matters to attend to in Sochraina, though?
Not for my men and I. Our coalition must be seen as the hand of help. One tool in achieving this is to put us on the ground with them. We not only speak on their level, but take part in daily affairs. My job is to convince them that our goals and theirs are aligned. While the RLF's atrocities are well publicized, it is imperative that we are not perceived in the same light.
Atrocities?
Yes, the RLF have changed for the worse. For most of my men, this is not the first deployment to Ronograd. There are promises of security and stability that must be kept. It's not the fault of the people that they fear men with guns regardless of where they are from. Consider the damage control when something goes wrong on our end. We have problems like apathy and indistinction to answer for. Our planes frighten the citizens more than they do the enemy, and that is certainly nothing to laugh at.
But we are different than the RLF. It's obvious.
For us, it probably is. But you must consider what the people have endured already. Assumptions like that make us appear ignorant, and will only hurt our ability to help. Ronograd has seen its fair share of fighting on top of the influence by foreign powers. Let us not forget that men with rifles are not the best first impression.
Is there anything I help with?
One of the elders here regularly brings ammo crates to a relative in a village not too far from here. Unfortunately, it is no longer safe to make that kind of trip. Are you able to carry this out for him?
What the? These people certainly have something against vehicles. Alas! Oh well.
I must admit, it feels good to get over the backlog. How are you?
Who are you?
Isabel, welcome to the inn. I believe this is one of the few remaining businesses in Ronograd as a result of, current circumstances.
So, this place. What is it that you do here?
Selling, fixing, some chatting in between. A pleasant day today if I do say so myself.
I guess.
There's far more here than meets the eye, but for the most part it is. Nowadays this is a point to rest from the conflict outside, maybe slow down with a friend or two.
We all need some place to rest at the end of the day.
The younger guests, however, tale as old as time, yes? The search for a semblance of freedom that the world outside cannot, or perhaps will not, give them. One distant enough from the inauthentic freedom being sold by the RLF. Many citizens here know all too well.
Not much of a front for liberation, is it?
Well, that name has certainly not aged well with time. But not too long ago, the RLF and their intentions saw great support all throughout Ronograd. Their decline is an extensive but interesting tale, though I lack the perspective to properly tell it. The eldest residents might be willing to share.
But do you ever change things up even just a little?
The day itself always varies, for better or worse. It is the guests that make this place special. Some more than others, especially now with the mass migration bringing new faces. You will surely make a connection or two if you stay long enough.
What kind of connections?
Students and teachers, farmers, fishermen, the occasional soldiers such as yourself. I am not be selective per se, at least within the bounds of this city. Everyone has something to share. Sochraina has historically been a city for the wealthy, but the recent exodus has created a marked shift in the city's economy that, personally, I am pleased to see.
Ever seen anyone from the RLF?
Ha ha ha, nice try. But you could say that Sochraina and my business by extension are not on the best terms with them. There are those like the lieutenant who left and in some cases perhaps resisted the Liberation Front, many of which now call this place their home.
What was the reception like for them?
Interestingly, it has been quite warm. It is certainly a sharp contrast from how the RLF themselves are viewed. This conflict brings about many feelings, but there is in fact an implicit understanding towards those who have decided they have had enough. Perhaps due to family ties or the search for a renewed sense of unity. Enough division has been sown in the past that many are simply trying to hold on to whoever they can.
Is it sinking? What a beautiful place.
Well, well, look who's popular. Maybe sometime you can work a bit of magic on this equipment.
Who are you?
Oh, not this again. Right, let's skip the formalities. The name's Sydney. Telecommunications, as you can probably tell.
Is there a problem?
Several, actually, starting with this equipment. I'd like to have a chat with whoever replaced these gaskets.
Is it the environment?
The environment is just the beginning. Let's not forget that this island is hills galore and someone had the bright idea to set up in this miserable city.
Sure beats being cooped up in here.
Bah, don't remind me. Honestly, the old bunk is the only place I want to stay cooped up in. I'd gladly volunteer for the next patrol if it means getting off the comms for a few hours.
It's pretty rough, not gonna lie.
The grass is greener, I guess. Heard it's gotten hectic out there. Harder targets, better coordinated attacks. At least you lot aren't putting up with boredom or the locals on the daily. Wish we could switch shoes sometimes.
SOSO.
Keeping plugged in all day is starting to do a number on my sanity. Should have signed up for something more exciting.
Is there any other problems?
Several, actually, starting with this equipment. I'd like to have a chat with whoever replaced these gaskets.
Sound like fun to deal with when rain comes around.
You can't imagine how susceptible these electronics are to shortage, especially with the weather here. Couldn't even get decent replacements for weeks.
Praise logistics.
No kidding. I'm just about at my limit with these guys. Someone's got to have a bone to pick with me. I put in request after request for good gaskets, but it seems that extra rations take precedent over, I dunno, reliable comms.